Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Dead End here in City Skylines, where today we're going to be applying more expansions than ever before. I need to sort out a way to kind of get cargo across the river all the way up to Flood, so we have to figure out a new way to kind of get that sorted. I want to build the car factory as well, which is going to require a lot of new workers, which means I need to place down some more residential. I might slightly transform Tumbleweed a little bit. We'll see how things go. But as always, guys, if you are enjoying this series and want to see more, then make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you're new here, make sure you do subscribe so you are notified when that next episode does come out. But we're back anyway, boys. We are back. And we've got a few things that we need to get done. Now, I have been noticing that this train line for the cargo is becoming more and more overloaded as time goes on. Main reasons for it being is that the cargo airport is up here, and the river crossing for the cargo ships is up here too, which brings it all the way down into Flood. Now, I need to figure out a way to kind of get the goods over here a little bit more easier, and funneling everything up here is not the best option. I feel like I need an additional cargo airport right now, probably down here somewhere where there's a lot more space, opposite end of the maps, which will kind of split, hopefully, the traffic 50-50. And of course, taking a little bit of the edge off that harbour, because sometimes the trains do like to kind of back up for days. I mean, there's another couple of trains pretty much on their way down right now. So we've got to figure out some ways to kind of get things rocking and rolling. So what I want to do is I want to utilize this line. Now, I know there's a lot of issues with the trains waiting to go where they want to go to on this junction at times. But we're going to kind of try and perfect it a little bit. And we're going to bring this down, and at some point, we're going to split it into two. So while that ends there, we have another line that goes under the roads. And then we're going to kind of create a little bed just down here with another little kind of river crossing when it comes to the cargo ships. Hopefully they bring the goods over here because the wood import place does need a lot of imports to kind of keep it rocking and rolling. And that's what we need to get sorted. We might as well utilize the river that we're harnessing to create the power. Beautiful. Oh, also, someone said, Cynic, why don't you dig this deeper so you got a consistent flow? I don't want to have a consistent flow. If I had a consistent flow, it's going to drain this and stop producing as much power as I am. It's literally just to be an overspill. So, what I need to do then is figure out how I'm going to bring this all through. Because we've still got some serious backlogs of vehicles coming through here as well. It would also give us another import-export route too. So, I've got to do something. Because at the moment, it's crippling your boy. It's crippling your boy right now. So if I bring this up just to about there, and before I do connect it, we'll then kind of sort the rest of it all out. So what I need to do then is I need to drop it down. So if I dropped it down by, I'm going to drop it down by 12. Drop it down by 12 there. And then we're going to push this all the way through. So what I'll do here is we'll kind of wiggle it for now. Hold on, before I do wiggle it, let me actually get like a solid section that I'm going to work with. Because I also need to bring a road down here as well. That's also going to be a thing that I need to do. Right, so if would I pick here? Would it be too close to that junction? Or do I pick it coming from here? No, you know what? We'll pick it from here. And this also is going to go down by 12. And if I kind of anarchy it through, there we go. That goes under there to create a bridge. Now, we'll get onto that in just a moment. What I also want to do is get the train line to kind of be the same height. That's minus 14. I don't want it minus 14. I want it minus 12. Just to run to there. And then we've got to get this here connected up to there. Now, I don't know whether the connection tool is going to agree with what I want to do right now. So let me get this sorted there to there. Now if I go big on the bends, alright, bring that up. Oh, do you know what I could do? Is not have that connected here, but have it connected off that road, and it will kind of bend around and connect to it underneath. So it keeps the traffic off this more centralized to the place, because there is a lot of traffic in general around this section. So if I do that, add that in, We got to do a lot of elevation changes right now and stuff like that. So let's get this all up and running. So elevate you up, bring you back up to normal so there's no issues. And first things first, we upgrade this section there as a little bit of a bridge. Should I go the whole hog and do that bit? Nah, we'll keep it to that. Here it is. Hang on, first things first, I'll delete this little section. So here is just a natural kind of highway road, which I'll do that bit as well because it's going to tear through. And we'll get it to overpass that section and go underneath. And then here it's your standard back and forth. Just like that. We've got it kind of going. Yeah, we'll do it to there. It's fine. So that should be all okay. And then we're going to have to keep bringing it down as we kind of get it to the water's height. That in itself is going to be very, very interesting. It really is. So let's get this rocking and rolling slightly. So if I pick a point in, let's say, there by 5, or it needs to be this type of road. No, actually, yeah, we'll make it industrial road. We'll make it industrial road. And let me see how I can get away with this. So connection there to there. We're just going to go big from the get-go. There we go. And then from there to there. Increase those bends. There we go. Sweet, sweet, sweet. This bit here needs to be elevated up. So there we go. We'll take it a bit more. Give us a bit more space to play around with. That works perfect. That does. We'll upgrade. Okay, back to normal now. You and you. So I'll still add the elevation changes just a moment. That should work out pretty well for us. I know we have a lot of traffic around here, as traffic does try and pass through. It's mainly because they're using, some of them are using this as a shortcut to bypass to get round or whatnot. It's just kind of a little bit awkward in many ways. But if I upgraded this road like that, you then are heavily reducing the speed limit. So the speed limit goes from being like 90 to then 40 on big large chunks of road. So it kind of has to be done. I might as well take it a little bit further with this. Bam, bam. And then normal styly leading down to there. So it really slows the traffic down. And by slowing it down, there's not that much bulking in. But this will all kind of change in the long run anyway. As we progress forward. Because we got to get lots of things sorted out, mate. We really do. Right, anyway. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let it do what it's got to do. So bringing that down to here, which is going to work out fabulous for us. We then need to kind of sort out how much it's going to drop down by. So it's hard to kind of work out what the current level we're at right now. So what we'll do is we'll select, for example, the train line here and then push that forward, and that will give us an idea. I've got to drop that metro line or train line, wherever it is. Bring it to the point where we are no longer dropping. So we still consider to be quite high, basically. So then if I get the move it tool, select both of these nodes, bring them down a lot more. So let's say I bring them to about here. Do the same thing again. And where does this push us out to now? So that puts us out to, is that, would we consider, yeah, I think we can consider that as a reasonable height to the water. So now I know that we've got that kind of decently set up. Right, we will do some terraforming to kind of make it all connected. I'll probably end up turning it into a tunnel and then creating my own little sticky out section slightly and then getting everything pumped in. But what it allows us to do, furthermost, is it allows us to create then the angled slopes. So if I chose here all the way down to there for the train line, that will then gradually drop itself down, avoiding all bridges. Here to the high point there, which would be a lot more dramatic than the drop for the train line. Everything all goes under the road, apart from this, which we'll delete. Glorious. That is on the slope, so we're okay there. So everything works out well for us. Everything does work out pretty well for us on that kind of front. I'm liking how the road is like shadowed or overshadows the train line, then they eventually come down and they're like best friends at this moment. Very good, sir. So we'll sort out all the edging eventually, making it a lot smoother. But let's go on to create them, our little kind of port area. So bringing this out. Right now, I want to kind of flatten it quite nice. So I'm not going to create anything sticky out or anything kind of to, you know, stop the flow of the water. Not going to do anything like that. We're just going to get a harbour down right now with the one with the train line, obviously. And I'm thinking, to be honest with you, it needs to be pumped down a little bit further down because the way the bend has to take place. So if I bring it to here. Alright, cover all that up. And we'll bring all this back anyway, so there's no issues. So drop you, yeah, there would be perfectly fine. So let's sort out the rest of the road now then. So we'll do a one-way road. And we've got to make sure we're like, it's difficult, but we've got to make sure it's 10 away. So make sure it's also on the ground. 10 away is that point there. Only reason for it is I can then do a 5 by 5, a 5 by 5. And then we got to lead this all into the same direction, which will come from this road. So for the train line itself then, if we get the actual train line, we got to bring this in. Now, you know what I should do now then is actually sort out the rest of this, because it's going to be a tunnel to make it look and feel a little bit more natural. So we'll bring it to there, bring that kind of up and over. I gotta make it kind of not flat. There we go. Not bad. It could be better, but not bad. And then we'll hit him with the tunnel system here. So, tunnel vision. Right, here we go. So, pumping you through on the old tunnel. And then I'm gonna bring this out as normal. There we go. And then we do kind of want to get it connected as, like I said, as a tunnel. So now if I get the connection. Oh, okay. So you can only do it as a tunnel itself. So bringing it right down. So that hits into a tunnel. A bit too early for my liking, but it's okay. And we'll go maximum on the bends. Good stuff. So what I could do then is I can elevate this bit up. And then the tunnel starts there, which is perfectly fine by me. Glorious. Tunnel's there, which is very dramatic. So there's the node. And then all we do then is we bring it down. So it kind of looks normal. That's pretty much all we do there. As normal as I can make it look, right? As normal as I can make it. Right, we'll do that for that then. So for this then, it's a little bit different. Again, we'll pump the ground back a bit. Because we got to kind of create like a little miniature V. Alright, just take it to here. So, on the road, normal style road. There we go. On the ground. And then if I bring it to there, if I delete that chunk, we should be able to do a little one-way system like this. And then we just get the rest of this now all connected. So, connections, bam. Bam. Now, yeah, I've got to tunnel it. It's not going to fall into the tunnel system. It will drop down. But if I quickly then upgrade it all to be a tunnel, which is not too bad. I'll take it. It then doesn't feel too bad, does it? I kind of like the idea of the tunnel. It's quite nice. So smoothing all this off. Alright, smoothing that bit there. Smoothing it just there. I got to sort out... Do you know what? Actually not too bad. It looks ridiculous, but it's not too bad. We'll go with that. We'll pass through there, which is fine. I think I might actually upgrade this by one more. So elevate it to there. So the smoothing can take place a bit more gradual. So pumping all this around. Up to this marker. And there's a few areas where we could probably do with extending the actual elevation itself. So extend you right there. I'm taking all the way. Just because then I can smoothen that edge a bit more. Alright, and that's it. I won't do anything else. It kind of weirdly looks slightly glorious. Okay, I've got to do this though, because that is going to annoy me. If I went from there to here. Ooh. No. Or does that work? Do you know what? It does work. Now that it kind of works, I don't feel like I should have this all elevated anymore. Maybe just this piece here. Right, train can pass through. That's good. Okay, that will work really well. So, that's all sweet then. It's all sorted. I do need some water connecting to it. And we do need some power. So the power side of it, we'll use the little car parks. No, I don't need to. I have the freaking power grid right here. So that'll work then, that'll get connected, that'll transfer goods back and forth. At the minute, only via vehicle. Now, we do need to sort this monstrosity out. Problem is, this really should have been connected to this road, and then that should have been connected to there. But I ain't going to go down that route. Let me just quickly smoothen the edge off here. Yeah, but like I said, I don't want to go down that route. I want to keep it like it is right now. So, what we do need to do is not allow these guys to make that little bit of a turn. Basically get them to focus on going directly to the roundabout. So straight over. Same for here as well. So get them to utilize that roundabout. And that will aid the traffic flow a bit more. So utilize the roundabout. It's the whole reason we got the roundabout in place. I mean, they might do it. Yeah, they're probably going to do what they're doing here. Go up here to turn around to come straight down this way. But like I said, the roundabout is there for a reason. Use it. I'd like to know where they're actually going. Return to facility. I'm not sure where the facility is. Oh, the facility itself could literally be... yeah, return to facility. It could literally be this, the train station. Oh no, it's these facilities here. Oh, I got you. I got you, boy. You ain't got to tell me twice. So yeah, like I said, that will now hopefully reduce things slightly. And at some point, we'll start seeing vehicles heading down to here. But not as much as we would do until we have the train lines all connected. So let's actually get these now connected. So we'll start it from here. Right, so again, to aid the connection from there to there. So we add that bend in, and it's not as perfectly squiggly as that. But like I just... We'll do what we gotta do. A couple of wiggly little bends right now. And then we'll just literally get this connected in like that. So we're gonna get it just like that. So granted, these guys here can't really take a train down to there, but what they can do is drive, and that is really all they need to do. We might have one too many dirty industrial buildings on the main dragger road, which I'm probably be a good idea to switch these out for some offices. Oh, too far with that one. There we go, and then get offices all down, thus to reduce the traffic on that road, but still keeping some industrial buildings, basically. So it'll take a while then before we start seeing this fully utilized, but it's something a little bit different, right? It is something a little bit different, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it takes the edge off a lot of these guys over here, and also I want to implement the another cargo plane thing. I couldn't think about what it was called there. The cargo airport. That's what it's called. A cargo. It's called a freaking cargo airport, boy. So we are quite bumpy over here. It'd be a good space to kind of drop it in this little section. Now, how would we do it? I think coming from this road would be a good idea if I continue to highway it, the road. So if I went for a 20 on the normal side here. 20 by 20 on the bend. And brought this right down to there. So the road is gloriously highwayed. And until we get to this part here. So what we'll do here, we'll kind of... Actually, let me just make it go straight. Now, would we want it to kind of go directly there? Is that the right one? No, I need the hub, don't I? There we go. I do need the hub road. So if I brought that to there and just literally placed it in, I know I got to sort out the runway. But most importantly, what I need to sort out is the way that this road bends around. So 5 by 5, 5 by 5. And then it should technically also as well be like a one-way road. So again, something a little bit different. And the train line can just do a little white connection there. Alright, okay. Smoother you. Right, we're going to bulk this out slightly. What's going on? There we go. And then smoother the water from underneath it first. Alright, bulk out a bit more. Smoothen. It's going to be quite a dramatic approach to it, but that's part of the fun when it comes to the cargo airplanes coming in right now. So connected directly up, it will have the power, but what we're really getting it here for, the whole reason it's in this location, is for the connection here. Now, 22, that will be fine. 21-ish. Doesn't really create the bend that well. So that will be a 6 by 6 directly in. I don't know if that's going to cause us much traffic issues. But I'm going to bring that in so I can Right, the bend happens there. So we get the train connection there, get it there. It's on both sides there. This is not my best work, but I'm just trying to ease the traffic flow, okay? I am trying to ease the traffic flow. Now, I could also allow the train line to continually pass up in this direction. Now, we'll anarchy through the wind turbine for just a moment. But then to create a V here. Alright, both sides sorted. Now this is literally just, right, so I can have multiple bypassing routes so we can get trains coming in from both directions. Right there. Pump you up as much as possible. So it becomes a glorified bend. Which it does cross. It does cross here. The highway, which we will drop down. Drop it down or elevate it? Alright, let me try this again. So, say I select it from here. Hang on, what mode have I got it on? Oh, connection mode. There. To the top of the hill. Wait, what's going on here? So it slightly elevates it all up. So yeah, you're then starting to see it would be beneficial to have this elevated. So if I elevate you to there, and then do the same thing again, but this time bam. So it's a little bit more higher, but the main purpose is to get this elevation going up. Just to there, where it all changes. And then, very sweetly, elevate up to there. So that's a nice smooth incline, continuing, before it then hits the ground as it goes up. So we'll smooth that out side to side. And then coming from both angles, so utilize both sides of the station. Thus, able to fly cargo not only in and out of the region a lot easier, but also from one side of the map to the other, to this one up there. Now, are we seeing anything down here be utilized? Yes, there is a train skedaddling out. I think this cargo ship is on the way in. It's come from over there, so it is working the way I wanted it to work. Traffic has now minimalized through here because we got the main industrial buildings off the major traffic route, and we're also starting to see a couple of vehicles driving through as well, so it all works out wonders for us. My only issue would then be is how chaotic are they going to make this? I mean, it flows perfectly well. We sort out the lengths, I think, perfectly, ideally as well, that they just kind of wait their turn. That's all they do right now. They just stop and start to wait their turn. So again, that really, really helps us out. I could as well, to kind of help us out in another sense of extending the line further down and then connecting a bit sooner, so they've got more of a drag to kind of pull over, so it reduces the stop and start here as much. But I don't know just yet. I don't know on that. We'll kind of see how things rock and roll in the long run. But it now might make this get less and less used because we have something more dominant over here. We'll see how things progress. We'll ultimately see how things progress. We've got a train coming out of the airport right now, which is interesting. This might get busy, or it might not get busy because they might stop using this one in favor of using this one because there's quite a few vehicles already heading over here as well. So it can kind of go in both ways. It really, really can go in both ways. So we're just trying to kind of eliminate the majority of the train on the routes with a little bit of air travel and a little bit more ship passing through over here. But oh my goodness me, for the first time ever, there's no trains on this section. It's because they're using this one, isn't it? Oh my. We might stop literally about to say we might stop seeing boats coming down. That's the quietest I've seen the river so far. Holy moly. Right. It might be an issue in the long run. We shall see. So this is what I mean then by causing this little bit of a backlog. So what I could do to kind of aid that slightly is make the connection to this further down the road. Only because... Right, and is this here... Right, is this a straight line? Yes. So the reason I do a straight line there is so then I can do a straight line. That's not even really a straight line there, is it? Right, that's a straight line. I want to get these connected up, but you kind of got to do it very awkwardly. So if I go there to bend into there, and in hoping that that kind of continues the curve. Now, it's not to get the connection directly down to there. It's to kind of follow the path of the train line. So, there we go. It's as good as I'm going to get it while doing it very, very quickly. Alright, keep pumping that. There we go. I'll take it like that. And all I want to do, because it's not connecting till further down the road, we'll just get the connection in here. Oh, damn. I nearly caused a train crash right there. So it means these guys coming up can turn left sooner than there, causing this chaos and backlog right now. So if I let that train pass really quickly, delete you. Now it does mean I'm pushing the problem further down the line, but I've given it more space in reality. Does that make sense? So that should go in both directions. So by going down here, it allows these to flow through a bit more. Now vice versa, you can work it in the same direction. Now it does just move the problem down to here. That's literally what it does. But I'm hoping with bringing it around and continuing on, it stops these guys out here getting backlogged because these can constantly push their way through. And with it being so spaced out so much further, I'm hoping the different speeds of trains approaching means they can flow the traffic on a whole lot more. That's kind of what we're hoping for right now. But we'll see how that goes. I could do it in the opposite direction by pushing it this way a little bit and hoping it doesn't get caught too much up in this little junction. But we'll see how this kind of changes things. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's a little bit more quieter than normal right now as we can kind of drag them further down. That train's very slow there for some reason. Is there speed limits on the train tracks? No. Can I do junction stuff on the train tracks? No. Is it because they slightly go underground? Probably. That's weird, isn't it? Oh, is it because there's like a double node? Ah, there might be a double node here. Alright, delete that. Delete that. There might be a slight issue here on top of the issue that I've already got. Right, go normal straight to. And then just elevate this little section as it passes over. But also the node is there. That's what I've got to be aware of. There we go. And then we'll slightly bend you. So the node's on the node. If that makes sense. It's not like two nodes together. Which will hopefully sort the train traffic out slightly. So I've just caused absolute chaos right now. So allow them all to pass. I think this train is now officially dead. So delete you. There we go. And hopefully we now get back to normal. Hopefully we now get back to normal. So we wait for these to pass. Now, I've literally just caused ultimate chaos. You can tell by the trains not being able to turn the way they want to turn. But that's not the full length, is it? So pushing this slightly up that way, pushing that slightly that way. I think with what I've done right now, I haven't made that a full 21 length. So wait for this train. Where does it end? Okay, that fits on there perfect. So that's allowing us to all flow through. So like I said, we do push the issue to over here, but it shouldn't really be much of an issue. I mean, something else you can kind of do is treat it like a highway road, like having the one-way system. Turn off here and overflow over to that side. And then have, you know, but that's just chaotic. That's just chaotic. So this is back to normal now. We're flowing normally. My only issue would be the backlog I caused coming into here, the tailbacks. But I'm hoping the train uses it as a complete and utter dead-end spot. There's still a few trains up here as well, so it's still useful to a certain degree. And that plane right there, coming in hot and heavy and landing. There's a plane just taken off as well, which is skedaddling out of here. And how is this one down here working? Do we have any issues? I can see it's causing some issues on between this little section. Lots of vehicles down here are using it. So I think we're doing pretty good. I think we're doing pretty good. Now, I was going to get the car factory in today, but I think I'll get it in next episode. I was going to place it within this industrial area right now as I sorted all this kind of train traffic out, which has seemed to have gone pretty well because of how low the traffic is right now is amazing. But the problem is with this industrial area, there's not enough workers. Now, if I go to the population itself, unemployed versus jobs available, big difference. So I was thinking about turning Tumbleweed, one of the main employers of the sandstone industry where all the residents live, just slightly changing this up a bit. And just generally around the park centre area is getting rid of this residential section. Getting rid of this one as well. And let's just do a row of 4 just there. Starting to place down some high density. Just because the city, or should I say the town right now is changing. It's changing to a degree of there's now more demand than there ever was. And if there's more demand, we have to move with the times. The demand at the moment is pretty much turned out to be needing more population for the amount of residents. No, needing more population for the amount of jobs now available is the way I'm trying to put it. So with that comes apartment buildings. And we have to squeeze these in. We can't ignore the times. Tumbleweed was once a small, desolate town in the middle of nowhere. And now overspill from lost wages as people are trying to move out of the city to the smaller towns for a quieter life, but what they don't realise is they're part of the problem by bringing the city life to the town life. Yeah, it's a problem we see all too well in the modern world. But that will kind of help us out in terms of bringing a little bit additional population to the area. So, again, I'm not saying it's going to add the residents or the kind of people working in the sandstone industry, but that is where we're pulling the closest amount of people from. We've got to bring an industry over here anyway to kind of help us out, but we just need more population in general. So these buildings are now coming in hot and heavy, and they will slowly bring in the residents. They will slowly bring in the residents. So, how are we doing then? So down here is perfectly fine. Where are you flying to? You're just getting out of the area. Which all that cargo on that plane would have once gone to the other cargo airport. We can now split it 50-50. This junction, again, there's a few trains on here right now. But trains are able to kind of wait their turn. Move through. He waits his turn as this one comes directly out. This one's coming in. That one passes. Now once he's waited his turn, he can then go, which will allow this train to go. So there we go, no issues. Everyone just waits patiently. Everyone just waits patiently. Which means the wood place right now can get consistent imports a lot quicker. Again, another benefit. So guys, we're going to set up the car factory in the next episode anyway. Well, hopefully these additional kind of people, residents moving in will eventually become the workers. 6 households have already moved into that big apartment building. 2 are in this one so far. And we're just waiting for more and more to move in. The population is slowly growing, as we did have a little bit of that residential demand anyway. We can hopefully bring more and more people over here. Now, the majority of the people that need to work in here need to be uneducated. So it might be a case of your boy slowly needs to remove the schools to get some dum-dums. That's the biggest problem that we've got. Or we could turn this into the space industrial planning. So that's where all the high-tech jobs could come into play. And that car factory could not be a normal car factory. It could be a Tesla car factory. Oh my goodness me. So much planning. What's this here? This is the electronics factory. Yes, right next to the car factory. That will be wonderful. Guys, I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I will see you all soon. So good. Bye.